It is a welterweight matchup between CM Punk and Robbie Lawler. Well, he is legendary, he is ruthless, he is the former UFC. That he can make a run at this welterweight title tonight figures to be an opportunity for him to try to prove as much.
Every time Robbie Lawler steps in the octagon, he's got one thing in his mind. It's making his way back to a UFC welterweight championship. Right. He has a ton of ability, great knockout power, crisp, sharp boxing, but don't forget about the kicks of Robbie Lawler. As we saw against Bobby Volker way back when he got back into the UFC, he has an ability to put guys out in a number of ways. He's finished fights by knockouts, he's won decisions, he's done everything. Robbie Lawler is a true legend.
And if you're one of those fans who was watching in May of 2002 when he made his UFC debut against Aaron Riley at UFC 37, you know just how beloved by the MMA masses ruthless Robbie Lawler is. Well, it's always tough when you draw that high-level wrestler who has a lifetime of experience in a one-on-one competitive situation. Prevailing wisdom is he'll have the wrestling advantage in this one tonight.
As his dad said, the moment he introduced him to the sport, he knew that he was made to be a wrestler. The kid slept in his headgear. He only wants to wrestle, and by doing that, he puts you in danger. He's constantly in your face, constantly trying to dig at your gas tank. He goes from transition to transition, single to double to high crotch. It does not matter the attack. He just knows that he will give you so much to process in terms of the wrestling that eventually he will get you to the ground.
You ever sleep in your headgear?
I sleep in my headgear.
All the time?
All the time.
All right, big one for him here tonight. Let's get to it.
Producing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a kickboxer holding a professional record of 28 wins, 14 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, ruthless Robbie Lawler! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a wrestler holding a professional record of 2 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, CM Punk! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
So Dan Mergliata shares the cage.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so here we go. This highly anticipated fight is now underway. Looks like a classic matchup of striker versus grappler. Am I simplifying things too much?
In this instance, you aren't, because this is what got these two men to the show. One guy is known for his diverse attack on the feet. The other guy is known for his ability to drag the fight to the mat and put his opponents in danger from the very start of the grappling exchanges.
Looking to land the right hand, he misses. Oh, and there is that ruthless Robbie Lawler right hand. He does not want to get hit with too many of those.
Nah, man, this is a dog. Robbie Lawler is a flat-out dog. A guy that's willing to fight anybody, protect his yard. I am a massive fan of ruthless Robbie Lawler. Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick. Look at him whip his hips into that kick.
Oh, beautiful strike attempt there as he lands the hook.
Beautiful hook. Really did a great job of keeping his back hand on his chin, throwing that hook, and putting it exactly where he needed to go. Look at him yank the head and land that beautiful punch from the clinch.
So just over 20 total strikes have now landed for Robbie Lawler.
Nice lethal punch.
Oh, he tagged him with the uppercut there. Shades of DC against John Jones in the second meeting.
I mean, great job of getting in close and throwing that uppercut from a great angle.
You're just going to stonewall me on that, John Jones.
I love it. I hit him with a ton of them.
Mouthpiece came out.
Mouthpiece went flying.
We love you, John.
It was one of my nicest and most fun moments.
Wow, huge head kick.
Oh,
he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Side control now. Well, anytime you are in a ground fight, now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom. Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
Well, not a guy you want on top of you. Ground and pound strikes piling up here. Good work by Lawler. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Close guard. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
All right, so a crowd-pleasing 5 minutes in the books. DC, take us through some of the highlights, man.
Punch after punch landed right on his opponent's face. He did a great job of finding his target, locking in, and then getting his fist to the target in that round.
All right, DC, sound of the year necessarily. We'll get some good in there.
And it's not always gonna be. When you have two very talented fighters, sometimes it's very even. That's what we saw in round number one. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
He's got a serious right punch, and he went to it effectively there.
It is his money shot, and he will continue to throw it until he finds a knockout.
And a nice jab there, champ.
The jab was a lost art in mixed martial arts. Guys have found it, and they're fighting behind it real well.
Lawler's lower jaw now is starting to show some signs of swelling. We'll keep an eye on that. But a lot of damage absorbed by me in here tonight. Oh, and there he goes, working off that jab again. How's your jab, DC?
I mean, the jab's nice. I love throwing the jab, but you realize that as MMA evolves, guys will start to fight behind a very educated jab. It's just like boxing. The most thrown punch, and the first one you learn is a jab. Right. And in MMA, guys are starting to take that same approach because it is such an effective weapon. Nice stick with the right hand.
3 minutes remain in the round. CM Punk gets crushed with that hook. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. And now he engages in a Muay Thai clinch, and I think a lot of people watching wonder how you can control an opponent like that. Hard to get out of.
It's very difficult to get out of. Look and notice how tight his elbows are as he's maneuvering.
Just out of the range with that right hand. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there.
Beautiful takedown attempt land.
Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle.
Nicely done. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by CM Punk. Keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by CM Punk. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here. Just outstanding with the transitions.
He is not staying in one place on the ground. That's very important.
Lands the grounded pound strike here. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Round 3 next. While we look back at some of the replays from that previous 5 minutes.
I mean, high pace, high intensity, all action first round, both landed, multiple strikes. What a great round of fighting.
All right, so back-to-back entertaining rounds. We'll see how it goes in this round. We'll see which corner sort of maximize those 60 seconds on the street.
This is what happens when you get two very skilled, very evenly matched fighters coming together. Nobody has really taken a lead in this fight. Let's see who does it going into the next round. Yes, they heard him in the last round. Same exact one. Nice straight punch.
Oh, he's wearing it now, bleeding from his cheek. Hook to the head, lands flush there by CM Punk. Lawler's strike attempt there is blocked.
Liver kick.
Just missed with the straight left hand. Timely defense there, huge block for him. 3 minutes now to go to decide this one. Oh, big right hook, but a whiff.
Nice strike.
All right, Muay Thai clinch. A lot of elbows and knees could be coming from here. We'll see how he chooses to attack.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous position, but an advantageous one for the offensive fighter. Watch for the defensive guy to try to break this and beat it.
Hey, finally gets the takedown. It wasn't for any lack of effort, but finally that shot was good enough to get his opponent down.
I don't know how many times, John, I could have watched this guy shoot takedown attempts without securing one. It's almost like out of pity. You feel good for him to finally get it done. Now what does he do with this top of the drawer?
Close guard. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. All right, working inside the now open guard of his opponent. Uh-oh.
Throwing up a triangle. The guy on his back is very good at submissions, and if he's not careful here, he's gonna get stuck and he will have to submit. Kimura's not the arm, it's the shoulder pressure that usually makes
and
it
he's out. Lawler's lower jaw is extremely swollen now. Working out of the half guard here. Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Robbie Lawler. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. All right, it's a good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee. Fantastic job.
Well, don't leave it in the judges' hands. A little bit easier said than done. Competitive, close fight. You got to lean either way.
I mean, it is horrible when you walk back to the center of the octagon not knowing exactly who won the fight. I thought he won a lot of the striking exchanges, but it wasn't very clear. So it'll be interesting to see who gets the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores the contest, 29-28, Lawler. Judge 2 scores it, 9-28, Hook. And Judge 3 scores it, 9-28, for the winner by split decision, CM Punk!
All right, so there it is. 2 of the 3 judges saw it his way. He gets it done by split decision. You've never won a split decision in your career.
Oh, I've won a split decision. Alexander Gustafsson, and while I went to a split decision. Right after the first scorecard was read in his way, I almost panicked because I was like, oh my goodness, it's over. So I understand exactly what these 2 guys are feeling when they went to the center of the octagon.